How do you create powerful character arcs? Compelling character arcs can make or break a story, and that is why it's super important for you to create really good, strong character arcs. What is a character arc? A character arc is the kind of internal change that your character goes throughout the story or, throughout the book. And it serves as a psychological and emotional spine for the narrative in your story. And this gives your reader a reason to invest in the character's journey. Just to be clear, there are different kinds of character arcs. There are positive character arcs, there are negative ones, there are neutral ones, and there are also archetypical character arcs. And I'm actually going to break this down into a series about character arcs. And this is the first video in this series. And in this video, I won't go down in depth within the different archetypical ones, but I will talk more about it in later videos. So stay tuned for those. But some of the archetypical character arcs are the hero's journey, the maiden's arc, the king's arc, and so forth. To create a powerful character arcs, you need to have the building blocks in order. And the first step is for you to establish a well-defined character. And how do you do this? Well, make sure that your character has its own traits. Be careful when you think about what you're going to name your character. Here, authors like J.K. Rowling are really good at this. Severus Snape, Luna Lovegood, and, all the characters' names actually mean something. And I think it's, for me, at least within my writing, I think it's important that the name of my characters actually reflects something that has to do with themselves. And also think about your characters' motives, their flaws, their background story. Who are they? Get to know them as much as possible, because this will help you have a solid foundation for their transformational journey later on. Another thing that you need to do when you establish your character is to ask yourself, what's their internal conflict and their external conflicts? You need to balance their internal struggles like emotions and psychological things with external challenges that are, physical and environmental. This will add more complexity to your character's journey. And since character arcs are all about, the change of your character, you need to find the catalyst of, that ignites the change within your character. Because every character arc is sparked by some kind of revelation, something that pushes your character from status quo into movements, like within the hero's journey, the protagonist actually has to leave home and has to go out on a journey which they're really uncomfortable with because they just want to stay at home. But here they have to challenge themselves, and this will help them grow in the long run. And for the character arc to be more interesting, I definitely recommend that you trace out the character arc and that you look at all the different plot points within your arc. And some examples of this are, so the hook can be, the hook in the story could be introducing your characters in a conflict. The inciting incident can be when your protagonist is pushed outside their comfort zone. And maybe at the first plot point, maybe your character will do something that will determine, their fate later on. At the first pinch point, maybe there are some, dark forces looming in the background or something that actually threatens your protagonist, which will make it more exciting. And in the middle, usually, that is when your protagonist will go from reacting to acting and actually trying to solve some of the issues that that they're meeting. And sometime, around the end of the at your character arc, this is where your character has to actually face themselves, and they have to realize that the inner lie that they've been telling themselves. For the character arc, to be completed, your character has to face the inner lie that they've been telling themselves. So maybe the inner lie has been, I'm nobody on my own. Well, at the end, like, either the character will keep on believing it and act according to the lie that they've been telling themselves. And if so, that creates a negative character arc. But if they challenge themselves and realize that they are someone and that they matter, and act accordingly, that is the positive change that we want to see in the character. And they grow to become a more secure person that can stand on their own 2 feet and don't need, the authoritative protector to take care of them. And another important point is to show the change through action, not just tell it throughout the story. The character development should manifest through the character's actions, decisions, and get some consequences. Readers should witness the transformation in tangible ways. And remember to try and avoid pitfalls like cliches and stuff like that. Don't use stereotypes, and try to be as original as you can within your story. And be consistent and authentic. So make sure that your characters, stays true to themselves and acts according to their beliefs and their worldview. I know this can sound hard, but it's, this is what makes a story interesting. Because almost all good stories, if you ask me, are character driven. So when it comes to my own writing, I actually look at the main characters within my story, and I outline the character arcs. I outline the story, and then I outline the different character arcs to make sure that my story stays interesting and consistent. And I definitely recommend that you do this too. There are a lot of great videos on how to create character arcs here on YouTube. And I hope that you enjoyed my view on this subject. Thank you so much for watching. It would really help me if you give the video a thumbs up and left me a comment. I will talk to you soon. Bye.